Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I'm in the house with this pretty cool Reeve knives, large Sebenza 31 custom graphic right over here for a review. We're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy right over here. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. So let's get started by checking how big this guy is. This is this large Sebenza. It's the 31, but it's the same size as the 21. So you might be familiar with this guy. In fact, the overall size of this guy is 8.4 inches with a blade length of 3.6 inch long, and the closed size, the handle size, is going to be like 4.8 inches. So it's a classic Sebenza large. In fact, for example, you can check it out up against the Ontario Rad number 2 and the Ontario Rad number 1 if you happen to have one of these guys over here, and you're gonna notice that this is pretty much yeah, a little bit, I would say just a tiny bit smaller than the Ontario Rad number 1, but definitely bigger than the 2. If you happen to have Benchmade, this is the mini bag out, or maybe you have the bag out, the regular size, you're gonna notice that both are smaller than the Sebenza. Look at that. Maybe you're a Spyderco fan, I don't know. And this is the Para 3, and you can see, of course, the size compared to the Sebenza. Also, like for the Spyderco Para Military 2, which is probably just a smidge smaller than that. With a probably the Sebenza has a little bit better handle to blade ratio than the Para Military 2. Let me show you just. Like, for example, you maybe have a small Sebenza 21 or 31. This is going to be the same size, and that's how it's going to look. If you're wondering how a Sebenza 21 inlay looks like, this is going to be it. This is the 21, and you can basically recognize it from the hole in the handle. This has a hole, but yeah, we're going to talk a bit in a bit about that. Or, for example, you want to know how the inlay of a Sebenza 31 looks like, and here you have it. This is with the box elderpearl inlay. And what else can I show you? Oh, just because we have it here, this is the annual also box elder, and you can actually check some differences going on between these guys for sure. And let me show you just another couple just to see how this guy compares up against the Custom Knife Factory. That's a 520 designed by Philippe Georget, and this guy right over here is the Snafu 2.0 designed by Peter Rassenti. So very, this is a bigger boy, of course, and this is right a little bit smaller than that. So Sebenza right in between these two offerings. And if you happen to have a sweet spot for Shirogorov like I do, maybe you own a Neon, which is this is the Neon R20, or maybe you have something bigger like the F95. In this case, this is the Slim Nudist, and you can see that the Sebenza is just a little bit smaller than that. This is like 3.75 inch long blade, this is 3.6, so we're kind of like in the same ballpark, but definitely Sebenza is smaller than the F95, but bigger than the Neon. And just another couple, guys, and then we're gonna start. That's the Hinder Knives XM18, and let me show you also like the Koenig Knives Arius up against a large Sebenza. And because we have it here, just look at this guy. This is the Sienkiewicz Shirogorov collaboration Kami. A fantastic one, guys. Absolutely gorgeous action. And because we are talking about Reeve knives, let me just put this guy right into the picture. And this is the Menandi, in this case with a basket weave and carbon fiber inlay. So let's do it, guys. This is the Lunar Landing Reeve knives edition for interpretation, let's say, of the this event. Look at this on the Sebenza 31. This is a large one. So this is a custom graphic edition. And the code for this guy is CGG, so computer generated graphic. So this design can be repeated, and they're made like with CAD and CAM. So it's just a great way to have some unique features on the scale. Like in this case, the event represented is the Lunar Landing. So in fact, you can see, of course, like the module over here. This is the Eagle module right over here, and this scene is just fantastic. And on the back of this beautifully designed, of course it's a classic frame lock, you see these numbers. And in fact this is very, very interesting, because that was July 16, 1969, and the Apollo 11 received a go for the translunar injection. That was the code term for the, you know, to land on the moon, and that was the mission control okay to head for the moon. So in 8 days, 3 hours, 18 minutes and 35 seconds later, 2 Americans stepped outside the lunar module Eagle, which is this guy right over here, and planted the first human feet on the moon. And Chris Reeve designed the Lunar Landing event with this CGG to commemorate the 50th anniversary of this mission. So this this show side is very, very nice. Beside having this dual tone, this is gold anodized, and then you have this computer generated graphic over here. You see this bad boy over there. This is a Chrysocola Cabochon, which is a copper stone, and it can be blue and mostly, and can often be associated with malachite or azurite. And it's just a fantastic stone. Look at this, how it's like beautifully shimmering and reflecting the color. So it's just beautiful, and it's like 3D. You see it's protruding quite a bit and sticks out from the handle. And this one represents the Earth, so like as it's seen from the moon surface, right? So this would be like planet Earth, mostly blue because mostly water, and that's what would be like the scene seen from the moon. Really, really cool indeed. But this, I mean, it's a pretty classic one. This is a titanium frame lock, designed and invented by Chris Reeve. And look at this. This is just really, really cool. There's some nice texturing going on. You can feel this, the drawing like being like, you see, there is like some depth to it. And this is creating like a very, very nice effect on the show side for sure. So this guy is made in US as a price of $575. Overall look is just a classic. I mean, this is the Sebenza. It's pretty well known. It's an evergreen knife. Titanium frame lock, beautiful finish. There's some nice chamfering going on all around. You can see that this is has been sandblasted on the edges and has a satin finish on the show side, all sandblasted on the back, on the lock side. There is no internal milling going on over here, so you just have like a couple of slabs of titanium with no weight reduction on the inside. You have an improved finger groove over here, which is gonna allocate your index finger fantastically. Also, you have, of course, just one standoff over here. No backspacer. Lanyard hole is achieved through a hole into this pin right here. And in this case, this pin, you can remove the lanyard hole and just have the pin staying in place without having to do some workaround to have that in place, as you would have to do with the Sebenza 21, the previous edition. You've got, of course, absolutely centered blade, absolutely safe tip. You cannot touch the blade. I mean, the tip of the blade is just safely recessed down there. You have super simple constructions. You just have 3 screws. They provide the Allen key to take this guy apart. If you can't put this back together, just send it to them. They're gonna put it together and then ship it back to you. Super easy to maintain, absolutely. The lock face in this case, it's not carbidized. There's a ceramic bulb right over here. Maybe you can see it like in this position, which acts as a detent ball. And also you see there's no need for detent ball wrap because the ball is spheric, so this is just super smooth. And also there's no need for any carbidization, so this is gonna be the lock face stainless insert. So this is the ceramic insert, of course. really ingenious solution for the lock stick, so which is completely eliminated in this one. You've got you don't have any over travel lock bar stabilizer over here, so just be careful if you don't overextend this lock bar into this towards this direction. That's pretty simple to follow. You've got a titanium pocket clip right over here, which I'm not really a fan of. Looks meh. It's not that beautiful to look at. It's absolutely functional though. So for example, like you can have something like this, which looks much better, but actually functionally it's not the same. In fact, you can see the ramp on this case is too steep, but it looks better. Also, like you can have the same guy like with inlay, matching your inlay, but you're gonna be probably noticing that's less functional than this guy. Tip-up carry only, it's not reversible, but they do lefty options if you're a lefty, so you're gonna be super happy to buy a lefty Sebenza 100%. The blade length is a 3.6 inch long blade, fantastically designed, beautiful jimping. There's actually 21 grooves over here, which is of course like from the Sebenza 21. 31 they didn't do 31 grooves, but still pretty cool, absolutely functional. Dual thumb stud, gold anodized, matching the accents on the scales, and this pin over there for the lanyard. Fantastic crowning on the spine of this beautifully designed drop point blade. 30% belly, fantastically done, and straight edge up to the sharpening choil. Stone washed finish, hollow grind. This is a classic shape, guys, for a blade. The stock thickness on this guy is gonna be 0.1195 inches, and behind the edge this guy is going to be pretty thin, so let's do something like that. So 0.023 at this point, so it's a very cool slicer for sure. The blade is absolutely sterile looking. There's only the logo like here, nothing on the blade, so I love this this cleanliness on the blade. Nice flats, it's all stone washed. The edge symmetry is just fantastic. Grind symmetry absolutely spot on. The jimping spacing is phenomenally designed with some nice chamfering on the side. Guys, this is just really cool design for a blade, 100%. You have a little bit of thumb rump. You see the profile of the blade just goes up a little bit, and it's nicely done, I have to say. So from the sound department, you have a little bit different sound compared to the 21, but this is when you open, this happens. Like you have a nice click, beautifully. It's not loud, and when you close it, you have the classic clink, which is super pleasant to hear, at least for me. I just like this click and this clack. Really cool sound. The weight on this guy is it's gonna be affected, of course, because there's no internal skeletonization going on, and you can actually see that this guy is gonna weigh in at 4.8 ounces, so it's not too crazy. But also I've seen some lighter knives, for this size. Also, you have very good feeling in the hand, good grip, not much hot spot. I mean, there's a little bit of hot spot still here, improved from the Sebenza 21, because as you can see, it was positioned differently. It was just straight, so this was a little bit down, so they introduce a little bit of angle in this one, but still I can still feel something, but it's not that crazy. This finger groove is absolutely fantastic. So that's the only odd spot that I feel. You can do nicely a reverse grip like that. It's gonna feel pretty good. Probably you want to get rid of the lanyard hold. It's gonna interfere a little bit with your thumb, but overall this guy is absolutely solid, balanced. There's nothing that's moving or rattling. It's fantastically put together. It's just, of course, no blade play, no finger soreness. If you just play this and you just do the thumb flick like that all day long, this might get a little bit sharp. sharp and just introduce a little bit of finger sore, but nothing too crazy. Lock stick also, it's gone because of the ceramic detent ball right there. The clip has some nice retention, is the right amount of springiness to it. It's gonna stay safely in your pocket, beautiful profile, but I think it's just too simple for me, so that's one thing that I would do some design improvement. If, you know, if I have to say, find some nitpick on this guy, yeah, probably the clip would need some restyling, but that's just me. This guy, of course, is running on phosphorus bronze washers, 2 different sizes with pockets on the inside for the grease, and the action on this guy is just glassy, smooth, just fantastic. This is just a pleasure just to do that. There's no, of course, like you see, no, it's not much guillotine effect, not much action. You just have this is a slow knife, it's not a flipper, so just you have to live with that. The detent is nicely dialed in. The ceramic ball acts also as a detent ball ramp. In fact, you don't have any hard step with this movement, so it's really, really good. Detent suction also, it's not too crazy, but still there. But I mean, overall, this is a fantastic knife, guys. A couple of nitpicks, but nothing too crazy. If you want to try a Sebenza, maybe not this custom graphic edition, but any plain Jane, it's gonna do the trick. And I can actually say that I can recommend this guy. Looks good, feels good in the hand, sounds amazing. It's a classic, evergreen Sebenza 31. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.